Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Backpackers Blitz live stream, the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. We have some special guests here and some not so special guests. Not mentioning names, you can figure out who's who. This is the first time I've actually noticed that Ben, for the intro, you have Chad and Tim as bald. That's the first time I've seen
You
that
never
and
noticed
noticed
that?
that. No, I'm usually just grooving out to the kazoo
It's
music.
true for me.
You know, I also noticed it still says game show, which is like the very
Yeah.
first show we ever did. I did not realize it still says game show. It is not a game show. I don't think it was a game show when it was a game show.
It's a well-oiled
It
machine.
was a little bit. We tried. I mean, you tried. I wasn't there for that, so I'm gonna throw you under the bus. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday. So, if we can all go through and introduce ourselves, we have over here to my right, maybe this
Ben?
guy. Who's this guy?
Ben from Hilltop Packs. I own this company and Apex Giant. Go to Tim.
And then this way.
I'm Tim, also with Hilltop Packs, and I intend to take the entire company over as soon as possible.
He's getting there. A few more days of learning to sew, and I think he's got it. And in the bottom
years.
on this side, this side. That's what I was going for. Amy, who's Amy? We have like all the Hilltop Pack staff here today.
I'm Amy from Hilltop Packs, and I'm going to fire Tim tomorrow.
Perfect. And what I meant to say was all the staff that actually matter, minus Ben. And underneath me, we have C Money.
I also work at Hilltop Packs. Pretty much it. Not much to say about that. Yeah.
Camping in the great outdoors, Chad from UGQ. And now our actual special guest. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Doc from Hiker Trash Radio, and I'm feeling a little bit outnumbered. And when I saw the intro, I saw a game show on there, so I'm thinking, okay, there's prizes involved. Got really excited for a second, and then you guys took me right back down. So
Yeah, Hilltop Packs is offering $1,000 if you can say the alphabet. There you go.
Oh,
I can do that.
Perfect. Okay, so who are you, Doc? From Hiker Trash Radio. What is Hiker Trash Radio for those who may not know?
So I am the creator and host of Hiker Trash Radio, which is a podcast about outdoor adventure. And really, it is a human interest podcast with Hiker Trash. So, sometimes hearing the stories from the trail are fantastic, but sometimes it's even better to hear about the stories that got people to the trail in the first place. What impacted them, what led them to these life decisions, and they find themselves out there on the trail.
There's definitely some interesting stories from all the people. Like I was listening to some today while I was at work, and man, people are interesting. The people you meet on the trails and stuff too, and the fact that some of the people I were listening to, you were like, oh, I'm having so-and-so on the show, and I just happened to be talking to someone who met them on the trail, so that was kind of neat. So, Hiker Trash Radio, what was that before? Because it hasn't always been called Hiker Trash Radio, correct?
Wow, you have done your research, Devin. Yeah, it
little
was
bit.
the John freaking Muir Pod before it was Hiker Trash Radio.
Now, that's where I originally knew it from. So when Ben had said Hiker Trash Radio, I was like, Hiker Trash Radio? And I was like, okay. And he's like, oh, John freaking Muir. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes way more sense. So when did the name change come? Was fairly recently?
I think it was 2.5 years ago. So it was around, I think, season 4, season 5. We made the change, decided to rebrand, maybe appeal to a wider audience of hiker
Nice.
trash out there. And I thought it was really catchy. So
We do have a comment here, Devin, if you want to check it out.
From Goat's Milk, I have been a guest on Hiker Trash Radio when it was John freaking Muir Pod. Nice.
that is correct. That's Ghost Mule right there. He has a fantastic story and really enjoyed talking to him.
Yeah, he gets
All right.
around.
He's been
He
on our
does.
show many times. He'll probably, and actually, if he wants to join us later and jump in here with us, he certainly can.
I was
In fact,
going
I'll-
to say, Ben, you had something to say about all that. You got a link or something for people?
I will go ahead and put the link in here. You guys can join the chat with us and turn your camera on and join us and ask Doc some questions. Goat's Milk, if you want to join us and ask some questions of your own, you can certainly do that. Devin, back to you.
Yeah, so just so you know, on this this live stream, he is no longer Ghost Mule. It's Goat's Milk. I don't
No
remember
idea that
who
story.
exactly gave him that name, but I think it was Chad, actually. Yeah, okay, there you go.
It was how he pronounced it. It definitely came out as goat's milk.
And he will forever be that.
Yeah, it's just stuck there like that forever. Okay, so question for you. So we were talking there the last couple weeks about Ben having released a book of 268 mistakes that hikers make. Wow, look at that. See, I keep mine right here for it's good for content.
I have mine memorized. That's why
Yeah.
I don't have mine.
Internal. So
Half the
Doc,
book was
what
written in
is
mine.
a mistake that you have made while out hiking? Something that really impacted your hike, or something to pass on to other people of don't be dumb and make mistakes like me, because we can all learn from each other.
Absolutely. Number one is do not pass up a water source thinking that you're going to find one a little bit later on without refilling right there. That's been an issue before. In fact, I talked to Davey DeVito, also known as Geodude, last night. Did an interview with him, and he talked about that mistake that he made on the Great Western Loop, where it just hammered him. Another mistake is make sure that you acclimatize if you are going to be hiking at altitude. That really impacted me this summer. Hit me really hard because I drove straight up to a 10,800 foot trailhead and hiked the same day, went up over a 12,000 foot pass, and a day later I was really feeling the effects. So make sure you give your body a chance to acclimatize to those altitudes.
Absolutely. I don't think I've actually had altitude sickness before, thankfully, but like it does not look fun. I haven't been up to like 10,000 or so feet anyways, but Alberta's not quite like that. So, John freaking Muir, what exactly inspired you to start doing a podcast in the first place?
You broke up a little bit, but I'm thinking you're asking why I started a podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
So, my buddies and I, we've been hiking in the Sierras since about 2015. And one day for my day job, I was stuck in LA traffic, not going anywhere, sitting bumper to bumper. And I was just wondering about my life choices and what I was doing and how could I stay connected to the trail. And my son and his buddies had started up a short-lived sports podcast endeavor. And that happened to be, currently in my mind. I thought, what about a podcast that kind of explores all the opportunities in the outdoors? And lo and behold, the concept was born.
Nice. And why did you decide to go with the name John Frickin' Muir podcast or John Frickin' Muir pod?
That is a long story. You sure you want to hear this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We got
all right.
That has nothing going on. Go ahead.
Well, it starts off with a football story because, growing up in Los Angeles or in the Los Angeles area, my son, at some point, we didn't have any football teams. They'd all moved away. The Rams moved to St. Louis. The Raiders came down from Oakland and they left Los Angeles to go somewhere else. And so we didn't have any football teams. And when my son was at an impressionable age, the successful team was the New England Patriots. And so he became a New England Patriots fan. And so he was probably 8-10 years old and he had a Twitter account, and I would monitor his Twitter account. And I thought it'd be a funny idea to create a Twitter account by the name of Tom Freakin' Brady. So I created a Tom Freakin' Brady Twitter account, and I started posting on his feed and sending him messages and commenting on his posts. And just to see how he would react. He's like, Dad, who is this guy? What's going on? So I finally let him in on the joke. But then when I came up with the idea for the podcast, one of my coworkers said, you got Tom Freakin' Brady. Why not do John Freakin' Muir? And so that's how we came up with the John Freakin' Muir pod.
Okay, nice. I was wondering that today of how that exactly came from, because clearly, you enjoyed that trail, but there wasn't really anything I could find on that. So, and then you changed it to Hiker Trash Radio just to kind of appeal to a broader audience and get more people on there, or?
Yeah, I thought that even as niche as Hiker Trash Radio is, I thought the John Freakin' Muir pod was even a little more niche. So I thought this was kind of a better in my eyes, better branding, better opportunities. So
Fair enough.
We
Now,
got a
clearly,
couple
you've
of, comments real quick. If you want me to jump in real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
I suck at hiking is saying hello from the Colorado Trail, which is pretty cool. Standing
Fantastic.
Adventures about Pittsburgh. Dave, he's saying hi, Yins.
Hi,
It's a
Dave.
Pittsburgh thing. And what was it? Oh, Buckley. That's our own Tim Buckley is asking if Chad's fire is real. And he's
Oh, no,
actually
it's not
part of the
real.
show.
it's
This
fake
is
for
this is
sure.
the background.
It's
Wood
propane.
All Trails is checking in. Okay, back to you.
Chad basically isn't even real. He's our AI for the night.
That's true.
nice.
Chad
So-
GP.
Chad GPT. Thanks, Ghost Meal.
Very
Sorry,
clever.
Ghost Meal. Fix your name. Come on, I'm getting you confused now.
That's
Turn
Tim's
to the-
problem, not mine.
Turn to the side, Chad. Let's see. That jawline is very well sculptured. The beard. It may just be fake, Chad. Look at that.
Sexy.
That looks fake. I don't know.
That's because I don't hike. We've been over this, you guys.
He looks
That's
too well
professional
groomed to be a
cut.
hiker.
Yeah.
So Ghost Mill, you got any questions for Doc up here? You got a question loaded? I can see you have one ready to go.
Yeah,
No.
you've been interviewed. Do you have anything?
No, other than the fact that I had to cancel my upcoming interview with him when my trip went south, which is unfortunate, but I was looking forward to that, but such is life. But no, I don't know. You have any great cool guests coming up, Doc?
We do have some good episodes coming up that have already been recorded. Next weekend, you're going to hear from Wesley Tills. He comes back for the third
Nice.
time on the podcast. He is an absolute character with a ton of stories. So tune in this Saturday and listen to Mega Man and all of his latest stories.
I enjoyed the one from Jeff Garmeyer. That one was really good too.
Yeah, he's been on a few times, and he's even helped me co-host a couple of episodes when we had something that was a little right up his alley. And he kind of had some instinctual questions that I thought would be very helpful for the podcast. So he's co-hosted a couple episodes as well.
Right on. So, Doc, do you do most of your podcasts? Are you focused on either through hikers, gear, / weekend warriors? Is there a particular focus you have?
No, the great thing about hiking is there's so many access points, and there's so many different variations of hiking. You got your day hikers, you got your section hikers, you got your through hikers, all the way up to doing crazy insane stuff. And so I try and focus on a little bit of everything. Sometimes I go down a rabbit hole with a particular discipline. For a while, we were going crazy with FKTs and ultras and Barkley marathons. But we've talked to all kinds of people, big wall climbers, squirrel suit flyers, people who have reenacted Shackleton's voyage from Elephant Island back to Prince George Island. I mean, just a whole gamut of people.
Have
I
you
listened
had
to that book
a
not too long ago.
American spirit smoking stoner yet? I'd like to just asking for a friend.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Dave?
That is Dave, actually.
Dave's
No,
not
that
here,
sounds
man.
awesome.
Yeah, he is. He's in the chat, though. So, question for you. So, you're a hiker yourself. What are some of the trails you've done? Have you done, obviously, the John Muir Trail? What else have you hiked out on?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't have time for 4 or 5 months off to do the long trails. I would love to do that maybe in a couple of years when I retire. Maybe that's a goal. But I've spent a little bit of time in the Sierras every summer. So I've done the John Muir Trail. I've done some Mineral King Loop in Sequoia. We've done parts of the Tahoe Rim Trail, the High Sierra Trail. So mostly in and around the Sierras, but nothing longer than the John Muir Trail.
Now, you were up here in Canada in Banff. Did you go do any of the hikes, or did you just go and, yeah, there you go. Got to represent Canada. Now, did you do any hikes in and around Banff, or just explore the area?
So I took Mrs. Doc with me, as well as my 3 kids and their significant others. So we couldn't do any kind of hardcore hiking. We did do the Grotto Canyon hike, and we did. I'm losing the name of it right now, but the famous hike in Banff, some kind of canyon. It's on a
The
big
Johnston
waterfall.
Canyon.
Johnston Canyon. That's it. Johnston Canyon. We also did some canoeing, electric bike tours, and all kinds of fun stuff. It's an absolute incredible area. And if you have not been to Banff, you really need to get up there. It's wild.
That's enough.
I
Canada
double
talk.
that.
It's my turn. No more Canada talk, Devin.
I'm sorry.
No, okay. I do have a
Go ahead,
question.
Ben.
So let's talk about, since you brought up your name, Doc. So where does that Doc come from?
That was my next question.
Man, I wish I had an exciting story for this trail name.
Saved a man's life while on trail.
Exactly.
They called him the doctor.
Exactly. Made a makeshift tourniquet. Is able to save the arm. But no, it's just that I have a doctorate in educational leadership. My day job is in education, and the guys I was hiking with that first time in 2015 just took to calling me Doc. And you know what? It's not a bad trail name, so I took it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fair enough. Anyone else
It's
have
not,
any
it's not
questions?
nearly as sexy as Ghost Mule.
That's not sexy at all.
We have forever changed his name to Goat's Milk. He even chimed in a couple of times here in the live stream and changed it himself to Goat's Milk.
I was trying to alleviate confusion.
Chad,
I'm
got any
more
questions?
confused than ever.
See money. Ask some questions.
You're always confused.
Yeah, that's true. Doc, have
Anyway.
you ever had somebody by the name of Chris Hillier on your podcast?
Chris, what was the last name?
Hillier. He goes by Wolverine.
Hillier.
I have not had Chris Hillier on the podcast.
You
Is he-
need to
is
get
he-
him on. So he was like the first person ever to through hike the Baja Divide Trail across or down the whole west coast of Mexico. He's done some of the craziest big hikes that nobody's ever known about or heard about. Or he was the first to through hike a lot of big trails. But the Baja Divide Trail, there's like, I could be wrong, like 70 plus miles of no water. So he had to have this makeshift cart made to carry all of his water. And the dude literally walks for a living every day, all day. So he's one for sure you want on there. I've had him on our
I've written
podcast
it-
a couple times.
I've written it down. Can I drop your name, C Money? Well, if I say C Money, will he know who I'm talking about?
Probably
Oh,
not.
100%.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Devin, real quick, what is this about here? The $25,000 fine. What is that?
So it's actually, it gets worse. It's 150,000, I believe, in Newfoundland. So up to anyway. So currently they're telling people don't go hiking in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador, etc. I'm not 100% sure about the Newfoundland one because 150,000 that I saw seems ridiculous. But anyways, I mean, so it's 25,000. Basically, because of the wildfires, they're telling people to stay out of the woods. And now you're not allowed to be out there fishing. You're not allowed out there hunting or like hiking in the woods. You're not even day trips. Even on your own property, if you invite someone else out with you that does not live on that property, it is a $25,000 fine. And people are saying like, okay, what are our shoes going to cause fires? Like, just tell people they can't make fires. And basically the response was, well, no, if you're out there and you get hurt, then we have to come rescue you, and we are busy with other stuff. So kind of ridiculous. Canada's government's ridiculous anyway, so whatever.
But let me just
Don't
play
upset the
devil-
newfies.
Let me play devil's advocate on that, just because I think Doc, this is a good transition to a Doc question. It's pretty obvious you probably have the most hiking experience among all of us. How do you feel about that in terms of like the search and rescue like efforts? I mean, does it make some sense to make the fines super stiff, or is this ridiculous infringement of freedom?
You know, when you are putting other people's lives at risk, I think there's some merit to that. So you've got hardworking people on search and rescue teams, and when people go into areas where they are wholly unprepared or they're going deliberately into dangerous areas and they're not ready for it, then you're going to put other people's lives on the line. So I understand about personal freedom, but at the same time, you don't want to risk other people's lives for no good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bounce back to you, Devin. Make it as awkward as possible. What's your stance?
I think there's got to be a balance. I think $25,000 for hiking on your own property is a bit much. That's kind of
Yeah.
my stance. I mean, to a point, you're responsible for yourself out in the woods anyways. So, I mean, if you fall down and break your leg on your property, that's kind of your problem. But yeah, no, I definitely do see the aspect of don't endanger yourself and others when they're trying to fight fires and stuff elsewhere. But
Okay,
Yeah.
Devin,
Oh,
here's
well.
the deal. You put way more passion behind your filter conversation for furnaces. I'm just saying, that was a little weak. I've seen you
I'm
do
sorry.
better.
Let me out on my own property. I'm just kidding.
No, I
And
see
that's
both sides
fine.
of the story,
That's fine
really.
if they
That's
don't
why I brought
push.
it up.
That's fine if they don't push the emergency SOS button or call emergency services. If they break their leg or if they're bleeding out, I mean,
Yeah,
just
get
do it on your
yourself
own
out.
time. Don't bother anybody else.
Die quietly.
That's right.
Put a tourniquet on it, rub some salt or dirt in it, you'll be fine.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Amy, you got some questions locked and loaded? I know you got a question ready to go. What's your question for Doc or Chad? See me.
No, Chad. Doc, what do you do for like a normal job? Do you have like a day job?
I know.
I don't
I
want to
do-
talk to you either.
I do have a day job. I am an educator. I started off as an English teacher and later on became an assistant principal and a principal. And now I was a high school principal and now I'm working at the district office. I'm the deputy superintendent of human resources for a fairly large district in Southern California.
That's why I feel like I could get in trouble.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I got
You
expelled
are
from
in
my high
trouble.
school, so
Understandably so.
So, Doc,
See,
when's
money,
the
we got to
last
have you on
time-
the podcast.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's a hiking podcast. Chad wouldn't know what to do on that.
Listen, I was actually gonna address the thing that you put in the back of your book about me not making any mistakes. I'll have you know that I've got at least 20 miles under my belt now, and
Nice.
I've not made a single mistake in any one of those 20 miles, except for hiking the 20 miles. That was
Most of that was just
accumulated.
accumulative from him walking to the refrigerator and back
20 miles total. It wasn't like in one shot. That's madness.
in a lifetime, right?
We're talking over decades here.
He's counting steps to his backyard.
Yeah.
That's why I turned my backyard into a campground with a off-road vehicle that I can just drive back here, and
I was
camp.
gonna say that's why you're driving back and forth. For everyone who can't see because it's dark out, he definitely just has an ATV back there. He couldn't even hike out to his own backyard. He had to drive.
It's like 300 yards to get back here. Are you mad?
Aw.
This is a hiking and backpacking, live stream.
I did like 47 on the way up here, so
Goat's Milk, you appear to be having serious issues. I'm sorry, buddy.
Or he didn't pay
He's
his
off
electric
the
bill.
island.
Yep, you
He's
got
milking
voted
the
off.
goats.
So, Doc, when's the last trip you went on? I'm not sure if anyone asked that yet. I cut
Nope.
off for a second. Okay, so when's the last trip you went on, and where'd you go?
Yeah, so that was the earlier question about one of my mistakes. That was that altitude issue was earlier this summer in July. We did some time up in Sequoia, in Mitre Basin in the John Muir Wilderness, which was absolutely gorgeous. And I wasn't feeling too bad when we were in that area of the park, but then the last couple of days and getting out was pretty darn miserable.
Why is that? Just the elevation in general? Or?
Yeah, so we drove straight from the house here up to the trailhead, which is about 10,500 feet, I think, and then immediately hit the trail, went over a 12,000-foot pass, New Army Pass, and then ended up camping down at Soldier Lake. And then the next day went up into Mitre Basin. But at the end of that day, going to Mitre Basin and coming back, started really feeling pretty poor, loss of appetite, headache, just really exhausted. And the last part of that trip was not a whole lot of fun.
We'll pass it back to Devin here in just a second, but how many episodes have you done of your show now? I know it's a lot, but what's the number?
We are in the beginning part of season 10. We're about 10 episodes recorded into season 10. And we've got, I think, close to 600 episodes released.
That is impressive. That is crazy. Because we're on number 16, and I'm sick of this crap already.
Yeah.
I already don't like you guys, so
Yeah.
I shut my
We've clearly
podcast right
run out
down.
of things
So.
to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done 16 of these. Chad's done 2 of them now. Tim's done at least 5. Me and Devin did most of them. But
Yeah, whenever Tim's poor internet could actually keep up.
all right, Devin, I'm sure you got some more questions, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So to go along with that, I mean, what did you have for your last meal? I mean, we go through your last 10.
Wow, you are really invested. I love this, Devin. Yeah,
It was
just finished up
enjoyable.
with-
I was enjoying your podcast today while at work. We were talking behind the scenes. I listened to like 10 episodes today because I'm a psychopath. So, yeah. What was your last meal?
Yeah, this question comes from the last 10, which is a short little promotional episode I do with my guests that airs before the episode. Just kind of give you a peek behind the scenes into their mind, what they do every day. And one of the questions is, what was your last meal? My last meal was dinner because I'm on the West Coast, and I had a nice bowl of spicy miso pasta that my wife made for me. So it was really, really good.
Nice. Last piece of gear you bought, and why was it from Hilltop Packs or UGQ? I'll throw you in there too, Chad.
Got this really nice bag from Hilltop Packs, which I use everywhere. I even take it to work. I put my lunch in it and bring it to work every day. I show it off and really want to expose that brand to everybody.
You can
you
you can
left
put
it
your
at work.
lunch in a quilt too.
Actually, Chad has a really good quilt too. It actually, yeah, it's right there with him. It gets lighter every time you use it as well. It's fantastic. This is kind of a
It's
question
down
for
to
everyone.
I
though.
think like it's down to like 6 ounces. I think it started at 18. So yeah, that's killing it.
Perfect. At
That's
this
amazing.
point,
It's
it might
like- it's
even
like
go
your-
negative.
It's like your bear canister. The longer you go, the lighter it gets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Has anyone actually used a piece of backpacking gear in everyday life for something? Then did you get weird looks? I'm trying to
I see
think.
people taking their food for work. I've seen people post pictures and tag us in it. They're taking their lunch in like a dry bag or a small food bag or something. I've seen lots of that. But like fishing, camping, other types of activities I've seen, but I don't know about everyday life. But work for lunch would be about the only thing I've seen.
That
I
goes to
wear my-
everyone in
I
the
wear my-
chat as well.
I wear my crampons to board meetings. Get really
Wise
strange
choice.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know how it's going to be.
You don't
Never know
get
what the conditions are gonna be.
disrespected. I
That's
mean,
right.
that would hurt.
I was
Getting
trying to make
kicked
a joke
with
saying it was an
crampons.
icebreaker. It didn't really land.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
well.
yeah.
It didn't land good. But
Nice.
all winners.
An attempt was made. An attempt was made.
Thank you, Tim.
So with all of the episodes you've done, are there any certain episodes or certain stories that just kind of blew your mind? Some people that have done some pretty crazy stuff, because you have had some interesting people on there that have done wild things that I would never even attempt.
Yeah, there have been some pretty wild activities out there, which are very entertaining. The ones that really strike a chord, I don't know, strike a chord, that's not the right phrase, but really touch me are the people who really were at their wit's end, or their, at the last guy. I talked to a guy who was, he was determined that he was gonna end it all, and the trail saved his life. Another guy who was in a similar situation, and he got on a bike and pulled his dog in a trailer behind him and rode across the U.S. Just these people who are really struggling with life issues and needed to regroup, needed to reassess, needed to spend some time out just alone with themselves, and the outdoors saved their lives.
Yes,
Yeah, we've
Goat's
kind of
Milk.
touched on that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say
hear
we've
stories
definitely
like that.
talked about that.
Yeah, what episode did we all like almost cry? What episode is that?
Every episode.
Yeah, there was one we got a little deep on one of them.
When
Yeah, I
it
cry
ends.
after every one.
Yeah, when it ends, it's just so. Yeah, no, we had that conversation about that because lots of people who go out and hike and whatnot struggle with depression, and there's definitely been times where my wife is like, "You need to like go somewhere and like hike," and it's like, yeah, when life just kind of builds up, you just need some time to reset, and the outside definitely does
Yeah,
that.
but I do have a couple of crazy stories that, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell.
Go for it.
From previous episodes. One is from a woman who discovered that she was a long distance bike racer by accident. She actually went on vacation to Israel, was kind of riding around and saw that there was this long distance bike race, and she decided to enter it. And she actually finished second, and all the men were scoffing at her. It was mainly men in the race, and she ended up finishing second, and this was her first time. And then she went on to come back. Her name is Lael Wilcox. You may have heard of her. She came back and entered the transcontinental race across America, started in Oregon, ended in Virginia. And at one point, her bike seat broke, and she was about 50 miles from town. So she rode standing up those 50 miles to get to town and fixed the bike seat. She ended up winning the race outright, male, female. She won the race. She caught the favorite, who was a guy from France, about 100 miles from the finish line. He was riding in the wrong direction because he was sleep deprived. He realized his mistake when she rode by him. He caught up and he said, "Hey, let's just finish the race. Let's go across the line together." And she said, "Nope, I don't think so," and really just left him in her dust. So
awesome.
really impressive.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
sleep
the
deprivation is no joke.
Yes. And my probably the biggest honor I've had as a podcaster is being invited to be an official media representative at this year's Barkley Marathons. And
Nice.
so I'm a bit of a Barkley nut, having talked to a lot of contestants from the race, and had a chance to interview Laz Lake, who is the creator of the race, and just being able to be on scene during the 2025 Barkleys was absolutely surreal. And I was able to put together, I think, 4 episodes based on the different conversations with folks that I had out there.
So you're not going to be the pit crew for Jeff? For
I'm
Legend?
not going to. No. I tried to get Legend to bring me along. I actually had Frank the Tank over in Belgium, who is a great ultra runner. He actually promised me that I would be his pit crew member if he made it to the Barkleys, but that felt like a lot of pressure. It felt like a lot of pressure. So I'm glad I was able to get to the Barkleys without having to be in that position.
Can somebody dumb this down for me? I'm clearly not into fitness. What on God's earth are the Barkley Marathons?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Touch
A
on
30,
Lazarus.
a 30-second version of what it is. Cliff notes.
The Barkley Marathons is perhaps the world's toughest
30
ultra
words.
marathon, held in the backwoods of Tennessee at Frozen Head State Park. It's been going since 1986, and there's been 25 finishers. You have to run a 20-mile loop out in the backwoods 5 times. And there's a lot of mystique, a lot of unusual type activities associated with the race. There's no published start time. You have to wait for the blowing of the conch to give you a 1-hour warning to the start time. Race starts with the lighting of a cigarette. You've got to find books out on the trail and pull out the page that corresponds to your bib number to prove that you actually went around the entire course, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, it's just a wild, wacky, tough race. It's on the edge of human possibility.
Tim, to give you an idea how hard this race is, it has a documentary of it, and it's called "The Race Eats Its Young."
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a documentary freak, so what platform is that on? I'll check that out.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
It's on
called The
YouTube. It's on YouTube where
Okay.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So The Race That Eats Its Young, and there's a second documentary just as popular called Where Dreams Go to Die.
Ah.
You know, I
Now,
have heard
I'm
of
gonna look it
both
up.
of these and have never actually watched any one.
I did watch a podcast. I think Lazarus talking. It may have actually been on your podcast.
That was a great interview, by the way. That was one of my favorite interviews.
Definitely watch the
Thanks,
whole
Goat's
thing.
Milk.
Okay, let's
Thanks,
take a break. Let's take a break on Doc for a second. Tim, why don't you introduce your buddy 6'2 Magoo over here?
This is Sam, otherwise known as 6'2 Magoo, proud recipient of a new Hilltop Packs Raven.
Oh,
got
got it
it.
there with you.
I only did a couple of
You got
stitches in
the
that.
merch.
Man, this is sweet.
Oh baby.
Look at that.
Yeah, the stitching's all wrong.
Tim
I can
worked
tell
on it a
from
little
here.
bit.
I did like 10 stitches on that just to say.
So Tim sewed on the pockets and did a few other things, and most of it's not visible. But we put a note inside and said we faked an earthquake. We said there was an earthquake on this day that Tim did it. We apologize. It's a little squiggly, but it functions just fine. So.
Yeah,
So-
there was some kind of notes left in there.
In the book,
Tim
yeah?
just signed the inside of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked about putting little notes in anything I sewed, just saying doubling the warranty is what we discussed.
We're sorry in advance. We're working with him. He's doing his best.
I couldn't believe that thing came in such a small package in the mail yesterday. I think I received it.
Yeah, did you not see how they get them in those smaller packages? Yeah,
Sit
Ben
on it.
posted a video of it. They just run over it with a car.
It was a pretty small package.
We still
And
talking
then,
about Tim?
I ripped that baby open. I put it on. I pulled out the little fanny pack thing, and then I tried to clip the fanny pack into my hip belt. I'm like, well, this is way too big. I'm like, crap.
Did you get it figured out? You got it figured out, right?
Well, yeah. Then I looked inside the little fanny pack, and it comes with the belt on its own. I was trying to hook it into the other
Yeah, we're
one.
gonna have to make a video on that, how to actually use those two together. I think that is
How
kind of
to
a
use
common
a
mistake.
backpack.
How to yeah, it's how to use the fanny pack and integrate it into the backpack, and it's something we just kind of take for granted. But we should probably make a video on that sometime soon.
So 6'2", you got any? I don't know if you've been watching for very long, but we got Doc from Hiker Trash Radio. You've been watching long enough to have any questions for him?
Oh, I
Obviously not.
You know, I was thinking, listening to you talk to some of the people doing the like the endurance sports and stuff. I really like running a lot. I'm not very fast. However, I make up for that with being very, very stubborn, except for the fact I messed up my back and I'm trying to get it fixed again. And listening today, I'm like, oh man, I want to go for a run. So thank you for inspiring me again. I need to get out and start running again.
You are very welcome. And that is what the whole point of the podcast. If I'm able to inspire just a few people out there to do things that they normally wouldn't do, or to get back into things, that makes me so happy. And when I hear that thru hikers are actually listening to the podcast while they're out on the trail, even better.
Nice. Yeah, we're not inspiring anyone here, honestly. If anything, like we're doing the opposite.
Yeah,
Chad,
we're losing
he's so
subscribers.
damaged. He hasn't been in the woods for months. Like
I'm
we
in
said,
the woods
that's all
literally
AI.
right now.
No, it's AI.
Oh yeah.
Hard.
That's
That's
a TV
I forgot.
screen saver.
Yeah, I have that channel on my TV too, Chad. Come on.
Mr. Huck Outdoors, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, good. Just out in the backyard with the dog, getting ready for Yosemite tomorrow.
Nice.
Ooh, what
So
you doing in
how-
Yosemite?
We actually got a campsite up at Tuolumne Meadows, and just gonna camp out there 4 days, hike, fish, kayak.
Nice.
Oh,
deal.
there we go.
There you
There's
go.
the
Oh,
little
you're cool puppy.
Yeah.
Jason, I don't know if you're familiar with the podcast we're talking about with Doc up here. Do you have any questions for Doc?
And not yet. I was just listening in on it. It was pretty good about that Barkley marathon.
Yeah, it
Just
seems
waiting
really
for
intense.
waiting for Tim to actually branch out and start doing that one.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it next
he
year.
did say something about a cigarette. So
They'll have to change the
I'm
name
down
from
to
the
try.
Barkley Marathon to the Buckley Marathon.
Buckley Marathon.
No,
Or maybe Ben can
it's from
start
here
his
to the front
own.
door.
Here's how the Buckley Marathon's going to go. Here's how it goes. We're going to work for about a half hour. Then we're going to go outside. We're going to vape a little bit. We're going to come back inside, work a little bit. We're going to go back
Yeah.
outside. We're going to vape a little bit. Then we're going to have lunch. If you
But-
survive all that, you get to vape a little bit.
This sounds like
in order to-
fantastic.
in order to
Actually,
run-
Doc, let me run an idea by Doc real quick. So, I thought about establishing a new chain of fastest known times, but all on like little short touristy boardwalk trails that nobody would ever do an FKT on.
Game on.
Would that potentially get me on the Hiker Trash Radio?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, did you watch Dodgeball?
Yeah.
So, the ESPN channel that covered dodgeball, it was known as the Ocho. We're kind of
The
the
Ocho.
Ocho of the outdoor adventure world. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We would
That
I would interview in
that
a
channel
heartbeat.
actually exists. I watch it all the time.
Me and Tim.
Ben and I did too, yeah. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. Just be like holder of the most fastest known times on trails a quarter mile or less. Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do that with you. I'll race you.
I was just gonna say Chad might actually be a competitor in that. Let's do it, Chad.
Chad
the
is known
Ocho.
for his aggressive speed walking. Actually, he races all the old ladies around town.
There's a lot of hips involved in mall walking. I don't know if you know that, but the hips really get swaying.
Yeah, you
Mall
can't
walking.
screw around.
I have to do that I have to get those shoes that like roll, so you can really like get the momentum going.
Yeah, I
the
agree.
Heelys.
We do.
Well, those are
We
even
go to the
better.
trail.
I'll take the Heelys too.
But we have
My
a little
feet
trail
itch.
near the shop. Tim, that trail we just went on, it's like a mile long. We'll have to make
Yeah.
a video of you doing the fastest known time on that video. We'll
I'm
have to do
down.
something. We'll plan.
Yeah, 'cause I'll hold it for at least a brief period of time because nobody's ever attempted the FKT
We're
on
gonna
these
build it
particular
up for
trails.
weeks.
Yeah.
We'll build it up for weeks, and then when we go out and do it that day, we'll time it. Then we'll do like a follow-up video at the end, and you finished it in like 8 minutes or something.
Yeah,
But-
and
but
we'll
yes-
do it. We'll do it supported too. I'll need to have support along the trail.
Run it with it. He has to run it with it.
People just handing me cigarettes.
Monster.
Yeah.
This is how bad idea videos happen at Hilltop every day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't know how you get any work done with Tim being there. That's
Doesn't.
Amy, that's how we get work done. She reminds.
she does everything.
So Ben doesn't even know this secret, but often when I go back to work in the backpack room after I attempt to help out Amy, she'll usually whisper to me, "Try to keep him motivated back there." She knows. She knows.
It's
She
so
is
easy
the
to get
captain.
sidetracked. There's so many toys around here and things to do.
He gets distracted by it. Yeah.
Ben has ADOS, attention deficit. Oh, squirrel.
Yep.
Well, he's too busy thinking of all the new companies he could start. You know.
No, we're
Yeah.
we're done. We're maxed out. We're good.
Yeah.
Head's big. It's full. I'm done.
Yeah, you guys should really though come up with the Buckley Marathon, and it's just around the shop or something like that.
But you have to run it with the Buckley look.
Yeah.
You know, the video we made for Garage Going Gear, I didn't notice the look on your face until someone commented, and I zoomed in and watched it. It is the creepiest face I've ever seen.
That's what I do.
Which
It's my
is,
thing.
you know, I mean, it's all he's got.
I know Doc has no idea what we're talking about, but we did a video for Garage Going Gear where we delivered the package to the post office on the back of my motorcycle. Tim's on the back of the bike, and he's holding on to me way too tight, and he's way too happy about it. And I didn't notice his face until I zoomed in, and I got way more creeped out at that point. A day
Yeah.
later. But it was awesome.
That's what I do. I don't have enough teeth to be pretty, so I gotta have dumb looks on my face. in every photo.
The way he popped his booty out was a little strange, but
Tim's the eye candy of the group, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
The beard.
That's what I strive for. Yeah.
It's the beard, yeah.
Right about now, Doc is questioning his life choices.
Like I said before, we are not anywhere near as professional of interviewers.
hey, I'm gonna mute my microphone. There's a big train going by. Can you guys hear it? Is it loud?
Oh yeah, we couldn't hear it. No, I
No,
didn't
not
even
at all.
notice.
Before I mute my microphone, Doc sent me an email today. He goes, "Is there anything I should prepare for?" I said, "Yeah, prepare to lower your
The worst.
expectations a little bit."
Prepare for the worst is honestly it.
All right, I'm gonna mute my microphone while you guys chat a little bit.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Lower expectations.
Yeah. What was
Devin.
that Saturday Night Live?
I don't remember.
Bo Burnham. So,
Go
Doc,
ahead.
how do you generally prep for your podcast? Because yours are obviously a lot, you know, more professional and a lot higher quality than the nonsense that is Backpackers Blitz.
Yeah, Devin, I am very organized. I like to know kind of all my talking points, what I'm going to cover. I have regular segments that I do with the guests, and so this right now, this experience is I'm really anxious right now. So this is not as organized as I'm used to.
Hey, this is what we like
That's
to
why
call
I
type
had to
2
come-
fun.
Yeah.
Torture.
All the stress. At the end, you'll be like, that was actually not that bad. I
It's
don't
been
plan
fun.
on going back, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, and if Goat's Milk is going to be here every time, I might tune in a few more times and show
Nice.
up.
Come on down.
Another
Yeah.
regular.
Open invitation anytime.
Fantastic.
Chad, were you saying something or?
No, it's fine. You guys, this is just, I'm out of here.
Okay. Anyway, so
He's
That's all
been
it
waiting. He's been waiting for that for 10 minutes. So let's just talk to Chad for a second. So Chad, I know you're working on a bunch of stuff. I know you got your back yard all cleaned up for hiking. What are your plans for that backyard? I know you're going to invite me and Tim out, but what are you? Tell the world, tell all 14 people that are listening right now, what's going on.
he's starting a new company called Overground Quilts.
Yeah. No, all I did was, so our woods has been unusable for literally 5+ years. So we had it all cleaned up and turned it into a campground / testing grounds for new products and whatnot. And yes, I will be hiking back here. It's about 75 yards wide. So there'll be some trips back and forth.
We're gonna come out and do the
through
FCT.
through
Probably
hiking
not.
for sure.
Yeah, there's an FKT to be had there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drive to get back here, but then I'll hike once I'm in here. There's a lot of hiking around.
If I bring Tim out there, can you get a crew together for a supported through hike of your I can't even say it out loud.
Kids handing out
Yeah,
stickers.
me and you we'll drive the Gator. We'll have it all loaded down with everything he needs, and we'll just follow right behind him the whole time.
Benny Hill.
Devin, do you know
Benny
who
Hill,
that
that's
is?
a perfect trail name.
No,
Yeah.
I don't actually.
What?
Yeah.
So for all your youngsters, Benny Hill was he was British.
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
he? Yeah. His intro was like running around. It might resemble what goes on in Ben's head a little bit.
You'd-
Just
you would-
the
you would
intro
remember
of
the
Benny
music.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a long ass trail going on.
It's very close.
Yeah, how
right
long is that
behind the
train?
It's long. So right behind our shop.
It
there's a
actually
train
goes
going
through
by.
the shop at one point.
Feels like it's
Two massive garage doors right here next to me, and Tim's in an isolated room. It's probably not that loud back there. It's got solid brick walls, but I have these two garage doors, and it's so loud right there. So I apologize.
We forgive you,
Hey,
Ben.
let's spice it up. Let's do like a giveaway or something.
Let's do it. What do you want to do?
You
You should give
me one of
away
your-
I don't know.
the quilt that
I'll give
forever
away,
gets lighter.
I'll give I'm never giving that away. I'll give away a Scully right now, but you guys need to figure out how we're doing it.
want
My
to do-
address is
So
You want to?
I'm done.
Just send it to Doc for putting up with this shit all night.
Absolutely.
pretty much.
Fine, yeah. I'm
Doc's been
gonna
a good
send him
sport.
stuff anyways.
I'll
Doc,
take it
you're
out
gonna
on the
have stuff
trail.
coming your way
We'll do a gear
regardless.
review. I'll take
Yeah,
it out on
yeah.
the trail. We'll do a gear review on the show.
Yeah.
Doc, are
I'm
you
gonna,
a quilt
I'm gonna
guy
make you
or
a
a?
sweet hiker trash.
Oh, I'm a quilt guy.
No, it's fine. You talk. It's your show. I don't know.
You were cut out. Maybe if
is
you
where
were in
it
the
gets
woods,
tough.
your
I'm in the
internet
middle of
would be
nowhere.
better.
See, Money, I am definitely a quilt guy. So
Hey, there you go. I know a guy that makes quilts, and I have quite
I
a
didn't
few of
hear
those
anything.
quilts.
All my screens are black.
I got one.
Perfect.
I got one.
I can
UGP
see.
quad.
I saw Tim the whole time. I don't know what's going on here.
Tim
All
is
right,
all.
Doc.
He's
Okay,
everywhere.
Sorry.
Chad's struggling.
Okay, Doc. Question for you:
What?
if I'm gonna pack your pack for you, and what is the one piece of gear you would like me to absolutely pack? What is your number one necessity you have to have in your pack?
Well, see, this is going to expose me as not quite being hiker trash. I love me a little bit of a luxury item, and I get tired of being hunched over all the time when I'm out on the trail. You're sitting on your bear can, you're hunched over. You're sitting on a rock, you're hunched over. I need to have one of those ultralight chairs.
You're in good company. We're all chair
Perfect.
guys here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was gonna
good.
say you're okay. We all, I
Yeah.
think, for the most part, carry chairs. I mean, Chad just loads his in the back of his ATV, so that's a little bit different. But he's still a
I'm
chair
actually
guy.
sitting at a picnic table right now. On.
There you go. Nice.
I got this from Ben.
Nice.
Old school. Chad
Thanks, Ben.
representing.
You're welcome.
Doc, what were you saying about quilts now? Because I lost. I actually connected to my house Wi-Fi from here somehow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am a quilt guy from a long ways back. So I got rid of that heavy sleeping bag and really enjoyed just taking the quilt out there.
Nice. I'm gonna send you one, a better one than what you're currently using.
Fantastic.
Send me mine.
And it's
first,
gonna
if you
say Hiker Trash Radio on it. It's gonna be sweet.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, wow. Wow. Luxury. Fantastic. Thank you.
I mean, it'll be like $500, but I'm still gonna send it to you.
It's going to come with an invoice.
As soon as that invoice gets paid, it'll be in the mail.
DOD.
don't. Oh shit.
No,
No,
but
we-
seriously,
we-
I'll send you one.
Yeah.
And
good.
Tim, I
We
gotta
do-
send
we
him
do a-
one, and goat's milk. I guess I gotta send everyone one on here.
Can you just send me stickers?
Yeah, stickers is fine.
Amy
Deal.
likes the
Sold.
stickers.
For stickers for months.
Stickers.
See, Monday, we
got
could
it.
do a collaboration. You start a Hiker Trash radio line of quilts.
Done.
Love it.
I like the fact that the other day Jeremiah stole my outfit for when he was talking to Chad. He just had a black T-shirt on with a UGQ sticker on it, and he stole that from our Backpackers Blitz live
way.
stream.
He did
And I'm
that?
like, yes. At first, I was pausing it. I'm like, did I do this before him, or did I accidentally steal it? And then, like 10 seconds later, he's like, oh, I got this off the Backpacker Blitz live stream. And I'm like, yeah, it was me. So Doc, normally
You're an
I have a
influencer.
costume. So I've been slacking the last two times, but generally I'm in costume of some sort, whether it's my hair in curlers, talking
Can
to
we
Joe
pause?
Robinette.
Yeah, hold on. Let's
Yeah.
pause on that for a second. I'm gonna lead the story up. I get it ready, and you can tell him how to finish it. But so Devin, he's a big fan of Joe Robinette, right? Now, Chad is friends with Joe Robinette. Devin didn't know that. So we're getting ready to do a podcast. Devin messaged
I mean, I
me.
did know that, but yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He didn't know he was going to be on.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
the best story.
But Devin messages me and says, hey, I'm going to dress up tonight in a really crazy outfit. I said, go crazy. I don't care what it is. Don't even tell me what it is. Chad messages me just before that and says, hey, we're going to surprise Devin with Joe Robinette on the show tonight. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. So we go live, and he had no idea. We're literally on, in front of 23 people. It was crazy.
Yeah,
And
a whole
there's-
23.
So Devin has curlers in his hair. And Devin, I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, so I try and do something random whenever we do this. I'm running out of ideas without having to buy costumes. But so for that one, my wife has a like one of those hair dryers that you'd see at a salon. Yeah, so I just moved that over to where my computer chair is, and I put curlers in my hair. And yeah, Joe Robinette, come on there. So Ben likes to describe it as if you ever want to see someone die inside, yeah, that's the one. So I've done plenty of random ones, such as, I don't know, Secret Service. I think I did the one time. I did like Daft Punk outdoors one time. I did Ben. I just kind of put I went to the dollar store and picked up some pantyhose and just put on my head to be bald. And his wife snuck into where he normally would stream, took a picture for me, and I altered it to look exactly like when he would live stream from the room he uses in his office. And so I was Ben from Hilltop Packs. I've also done
It
Chad.
was very impressive. It was very impressive. It looked like my room. It was kind of freaky, actually.
It was really
freaky.
funny.
Well, Devin, I appreciate you dressing up for my episode. That's
Yeah,
really
so
impressive right there.
I
mean,
went
that's
for
shocking.
Canadian.
The mustache. You guys look
Yeah.
like twins.
Perfect.
Headphones,
even tell.
mustache. Come on.
There you go. Perfect.
Lose the glasses, Devin. Then you got it nailed.
No, I can't see. It's okay.
Twinning. Twinning.
Wow, I'm seeing double.
Nice.
All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Devin, if you got some more questions in there, I'm sure you have some more questions for Doc.
Give me 2 seconds. Now I can't see.
Hey, Doc,
Yes.
you have trips coming up?
We did the Miter Pass trip this last July, and then we did Banff as a family trip. I currently don't have anything on the radar for next spring or summer yet, but we'll plan something.
Come on.
How about you? What actually, Ghost Meal, what took you off the trail?
So I'm getting ready to do a live stream with my buddy on this. We don't know. Is the short answer. All of my medical tests came back normal. Basically, what happened is I just bottomed out, and we've been on that trail section before. It was a rough trail, but normally I don't have as bad issues as I had. But I could barely go 10 feet without having to stop and catch my breath.
Happens to me every time. Same.
And that's just to his fridge.
And so, it's got to the point where the guy that I hiked with all the time, and he even said that I wasn't at my normal level. And we were getting ready to go to a part where it was going to get really tough to get out, and we did not want to have to hit SOS button. So we made a tough call. I think it was the right call to make, but unfortunately, we haven't found any answers. So it may have been a medication issue. It may have been some sort of a weird dehydration issue, even though I didn't have any symptoms of dehydration. But ultimately, we don't know. But yeah, everything.
What was the temperature? Was it pretty hot? What was the temperature?
It was. I mean, it wasn't super hot. It was in the 80s, and we were at altitudes that I've been at multiple times without any issues, and so yeah. Long story short is we just don't know. I feel fine now.
Strange.
And everything has been walked out. I didn't have a heart attack, which is what I actually thought was happening. My heart rates and everything are good. I had started taking a new medication just prior to, and so I'm kind of leaning towards possibly some sort of a medication issue. But ultimately, though, I would not have been able to make it over the passes that we had. So it was a tough decision to make, but we made it. And so now it's just going to be kind of like, okay, are we going to try again? If we do try again, though, I'm not going to be doing those 2 days of the trail because that was some of the worst trail I've ever been on. So.
Glad you're okay. It sounds like you made the right call. Got to make a tough call out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Something similar happened to me last summer, actually, where like we kind of went out into the. So we were in Kananaskis, a buddy of mine and and we made it, I don't know, 3 or 4 kilometers. And then all of a sudden I was just getting winded, like big time. Well, I guess it started at the beginning. I was kind of feeling a little bit weird. But then like at the end, it was like I could go like maybe 100 meters. And then I had to sit down and wait. And yeah, we turned around and got out of there. Like you said, that's a hard decision to make, to be like, yeah, let's get out of here, especially when you're with someone. You're like, great, now I'm responsible. My buddy flew out from Ontario to Alberta, and it was like, I have to cancel this trip. But it's like I couldn't do it. And
That's a tough decision. I went to Arkansas maybe 2 months ago. 6'2" Magoo was actually there. He's in the chat right now. And several people went down there from all over.
He's also in the live stream, actually, right here.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I
oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So anyway, it took me 2 days to get there. I drove down it, so it was like 23 hours on the road or something like that. But day one, my heart rate was going crazy. It was as high as 200. I had to keep stopping and get it calmed down. But day one was awful. I almost stopped, went back, but there was 10 of us, and I would have felt pretty bad about it. But I stuck it out, took my time, and everybody was super nice and waited with me, and that was cool. Except for 6'2" Magoo, he took off. But anyway, but the second day, the third day, and fourth day, I was fine. It was completely fine after the first day. I don't know what it was, maybe just the temperature, the heat. I was just excited. I was tired from driving for 2 days. I don't know, but that was the first time I was really that scared where I thought I have to stop and go back. But it worked out. So.
Yeah, it was super hot that day too. So
it was some tough climbs, and I was out of shape first of all, but I took my time. But I just could not get my heart rate calmed down. But 6'2" Magoo, he's a beast, man. He was running with his pack on. I'm dying to catch my breath, drinking my water. He was flying. He just takes off running in his backpack.
Who's this lovely lady sitting next to you in front of millions of people?
Oh yeah, my wife was sitting here on the couch, and
is that your nurse,
Miss Magoo?
She takes care of me.
Miss Magoo.
Miss Magoo. Hey, Miss Magoo, nice to meet you.
Hi.
She's the sweetest lady.
I do want to. I want to say, Doc, I am sorry, but you guys are gonna have to fight. There can only be one Doc, so you have to fight Dog Watson. There can only be one.
The episode of Highlander over here.
Next episode.
You guys, we're gonna wrap it up here shortly. Any last questions, Devin?
Yeah, so we'll do speed run. Everyone, your dream trail. If you could hike it, money's not a problem. Time off isn't a problem. What trail is it going to be? Start with Ben.
I don't really think like that. I like just opportunities, and people invite me. I try to say yes. I try not to say no. So if I can go do something, I like that spur of the moment excitement of it. I don't plan, and Tim can probably attest to this. I don't plan very far in advance.
I don't plan.
I'm the wrong.
You could have stopped that. I don't plan, Ben.
Well, I didn't plan out my response. I'm sorry.
We know.
I'm gonna have to say PCT for myself. It's just beautiful. I always wanted to do the Colorado Trail, and then I'm like, you know what? Just do the whole PCT, just all of it. Tim?
Well, I would do the CDT probably. If you take away the physical capabilities, if that's like not a factor either.
You'll get your trail legs. It's fine.
I would attempt it. Yeah, the PCT would be a close second. I prefer both those options. Like the AT is too social for me. Speed round though, on to Doc.
I think the Uinta Highline Trail Heard lots of great things about that trail. And then also, since I've done the JMT already, maybe do a piece of the CDT and the AT by doing the Colorado Trail and the Long Trail.
Nice. Amy, you want to go out in the woods?
Nope, she said.
I'll take my kids outside, but we ain't going far.
Amy's done a few hikes with just day hikes. She's done a few hikes with us at the shop.
I
What
don't
was your
mind.
favorite day hike
Just
that
don't
you've
want-
done?
She
Or
just
do
did a
you
7
enjoy
mile
them
day
at all?
hike with us. She did 7 miles.
I don't want to go out there and sleep. I just want to
Fair
walk
enough.
and come back.
Fair
It's
enough.
not
Amy,
for
or,
everyone.
I'm s- Annie, best bathroom views in the world. So there you go.
No, I'm not shitting in the woods.
Amy plays the don't poop in the woods game. All right, confirmed.
No.
Goat's Milk, what about yourself?
On freaking Mirror Trail.
John freaking Muir Trail.
A dream
Nice.
mine.
6'2" Magoo.
AT trail for me.
The whole AT trail. Nice. Have you been on the AT at all or no?
I think I've done 5 miles of it.
That's more than Chad will ever do, so
years
perfect.
ago.
I actually just finished hiking my favorite trail just now.
Restocking the fire.
Is it called the Chad Trail?
Peeing in his backyard.
It's actually the C Money Trail. If you
Oh,
didn't
right
see
on.
mine,
I can't wait to hike it, man.
it's a beast.
Loafer
Just
actually
be
is
ready.
a really good one too. The Northville Placid Trail. Yeah.
What about Huck? We skipped Huck.
It's between two. John Muir Trail, because I've already done the High Sierra Trail. Need to just be on the John Muir, and then the West Coast Trail in Canada, along the
In
coast.
Vancouver. Nice.
Yeah.
That one is really cool too, actually.
I've tried to get permits the last 3 years, and we keep getting denied. So
Huck, let's do the JMT
Like,
together.
What if you knew a Canadian? Does that, like, if you need to put a name down, you can put Devin and approved by Devin, and you should
Gotta
just
have
go
might
right
work.
Canadian
might work.
sponsor.
through. I'd sponsor you.
You have to know how many meters long the trail is to hike it.
The average temperature in Celsius.
Yeah.
oh man,
He's talking to
You
me.
you have to carry at least 2 liters of maple syrup at all time, just in case.
Yeah.
Take off, you.
All right, guys. Any last remarks before we go? Let's
Thank
go
you,
around real
Doc.
quick.
Thank you, Doc.
Before we
Thank
do
you so
that-
much for putting up with this madness.
Yeah.
Let's go around real quick. Everybody kind of explain where you're from or where they can find you, like your website and stuff. We'll go around real quick. Of course, I'm hilltopax.com. Devin, go.
Salmon Outdoors on Instagram and YouTube.
Tim,
Backpacking with Buckley on YouTube and Hilltop Packs. Doc.
Doc.
Hiker Trash Radio everywhere, including MySpace.
And
Oh,
TikTok.
yeah. Bringing it back.
Amy, go. You can share a link to your dating profile. Go ahead, Amy.
No, thank you.
Where Feet Finder?
You can find me on Stupid Videos, Ben Posts.
Goat's Milk. You're up next. Goat's Milk.
Everyday Backpacker on YouTube and everyday_backpacker on Instagram.
No, not Christian.
Oh, Christian.
Christian's on here. Perfect timing, buddy.
Like an hour ago.
Christian, 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Eastern.
He's docking your pay for that for sure.
Christian
Oh, he
is a
pays me?
Yeah, so Christian is a graphic designer at Hilltop Packs.
Hi,
He's
Christian.
Well, it's his job to introduce that. Come on.
So, Christian, where can everybody find you? He's single.
Where
He's
can
on-
people find me?
Is it Christian Mingle?
Farmers only.
Farmers only, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram.
Okay, we're gonna extend it. We're gonna extend the show for an extra 5 minutes. We're gonna talk to Christian for a second. So, Christian, where were you working before you came to Hilltop?
It's called Dynamic Creations.
And why?
And
did you
I
leave
worked
it?
at Red Robin too.
Well, we're not gonna show Red Robin. I like that place. So, your previous employer. Why did you want to leave that company to come here?
Because you begged him.
I did.
Ben
beg
had a
him,
gun.
But you had a
Yeah, that
young
was a-
plan, too.
Yeah, why did I
Talk about
want
getting put on the spot.
I mean, there was no like everyday schedule for that job, so
Did he say he was on OnlyFans? Your boss.
yeah.
His exact words were, "I'm pretty sure I'm just a few days away from holding the camera for his OnlyFans video, so I need a new job."
Run, run, while you still can.
Christian was the official first employee at Hilltop. Amy was the first unofficial one and the official second employee. But these two have been around for 5 years almost, and they're a huge part of our company. I appreciate both of them greatly. They put up with our antics and our crazy videos, and they're always the two willing ones at the shop to say, "Yeah, we'll do a video," and then everyone else goes and they hide. So I have Tim, Amy, and Christian are always willing participants in our videos, and Amanda's getting in there too, I think. So okay, so back to Jason. Where can they find you, buddy?
Huck Outdoors, Instagram, YouTube, huckoutdoors.com, not .net.
6'2" Magoo, where can they find you at, buddy?
Instagram or YouTube.
All right, Chad, this is your big moment. Where can they find you, buddy?
Don't mess this up. See money.
Well, as Tim said mistakenly on the video earlier, you can find me at ugq.com. I don't know where that's going to take you, but
that's not it. UGQ Outdoor. No, there's no S. UGQOutdoor.com.
It's better.
There's only one outdoor.
Oh yeah, no, don't go. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so far it hasn't loaded. Can't be reached. Why don't you take UG2.com? Come on, it's so much simpler.
Listen, I used to buy a lot of domains and then I just stopped.
And then I just stopped. That's a great story, Chad.
They started expiring, and I'm like, I really don't care about this anymore. And there's so many people that will try to buy your domain. It's not even funny, and I don't care. It's whatever.
Okay, Christian, where can everybody find you? Well, first of all, Christian does some stuff outside of work. So tell everybody some of the things you do outside of work.
Well, I just got back from, I think it's pronounced Rapidan, Virginia, at the Cedar Mountain Battlefield. I'm a Civil War reenactor. So I actually, for this one, camped in the woods. This is going to sound weird with 4 other guys under a tent.
Doesn't sound
It's
weird.
not weird in our world.
It's better than being in the tent. If you were in it, that would be different, but under it's totally fine.
So this is how stupid we are around the shop, and we make a lot of really dumb videos. And Christian on Friday had his uniform. Okay, thank you. If you're laughing, thank you. So he had his uniform.
I laughed so hard at that.
What was it called? Your reenacting uniform? I think he's from the north. Is that what your uniform was? It doesn't matter. I don't know. So anyway, he has it at the shop. I'm like, well, let's do a video. And we literally put zero thought into it. Me and Tim talked for 5 seconds. Like, here's what we're going to do.
Shocking.
We're all going to talk about our hobbies outside of work. And we're going to zigzag past the camera. And we're going to say what we're doing. And we're all going to be real about our answers, except for Christian, who's dressed in a Civil War outfit. And he's going to say, I produce hip-hop music videos. And we laughed.
I laughed
no one
so
else
hard.
thought that was funny. Like, it was just... If we spent more time producing videos that actually did sales, we would do so much better. But we try to make ourselves laugh, and hopefully one other person laugh in the world, and that's Devin usually.
Usually it's me. Yeah, I was gonna say usually it's me.
Yeah, it's usually Devin.
It's usually the random stuff.
Yeah, there's always something stupid random going on in the video that's in the background. You may not even notice it right away, but that's something we do for fun. And Christian's always a willing participant. You're always gonna see him in a weird outfit. He's wore tuxedos in our videos for no reason. We have costumes out the wazoo, stockpile that he's wore every one of them. He's been a vampire. He's been the Easter Bunny or the Santa Claus. What he's done? Everything.
He's been a squirrel, I believe, as well.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
The squirrel
Yes,
was good.
clean the fridge.
How that has anything to do with backpacking, I have no idea. But we get enjoyment out of it. So, guys, I think that's just about anything else you guys want to jump in and talk about real quick? Are we wrapping it up? Are we good?
I think we're all good.
Ben,
So much.
give Doc my number so that him and I can do things.
I'll exchange your emails together and go from there.
Yeah, I got you, C-Money. I got your number. I'll
Got
reach
it.
out. I want to thank everybody. This has been fantastic. A lot of fun, even without the structure. I had a lot of fun, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc.
We tried to be very loose on the structure. I'm glad you at least enjoyed it a little bit.
I did.
It was nice having you on.
And to be honest, this is the most structured I think we've ever had. Like, Devin was actually prepared at least 4 or 5 minutes of questions, and that was more than we ever do.
Hey, I
have more, just in
I
case.
structured one episode once.
He did.
ChatGPT structured one of them once.
Chad did a good job.
That's true.
That was actually a pretty good structure, I'll be honest. Don't tell
So
Chad,
guys, real quick, we're going to do this again next Wednesday. We're going to do it every Wednesday during this month. We'll decide if we're going to do it next month or not. It may take a month off. We'll see how it goes. But every Wednesday this month we'll be here, so we'll be back again next week. Everybody's welcome back to join us. Thanks to everybody for joining us, especially Christian, who dedicated 4 minutes of his time to the live stream tonight.
Love you,
Christian's one of
buddy.
the real ones.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.